Dear Garbage Man by Jean Zion. Pictures by Margaret Bloy Graham. Stan was a new garbage man. He was happy and excited this lovely spring morning because it was his first day on the truck. In the trash put out the night before in front of Emily's hat shop, Stan found a horseshoe made of flowers. On the ribbon were the words, "Best luck to Emily." Stan liked the name Emily, so he didn't throw the horseshoe into the chewer upper at the back of the truck. He tied it on the front. When people saw the truck, they laughed and said, "Look, here comes Emily. Isn't she pretty?" Stan felt very pleased and was glad that he had kept the flower horseshoe and ribbon. At the next stop, Stan saw an old bed that had been put out on the sidewalk to be taken away. "Someone can use this. Let's save it," he said, "and let's save that fine bicycle, too." Just as the men were about to break up an old sofa so that Emily could chew it more easily, Stan said, "With a little fixing, this would be as good as new. Let's save it and make someone happy." Stan threw very little in the chewer upper. It wasn't because Emily couldn't hold any more. She could chew up any amount of trash very easily. Stan wanted to save everything. He saved something at each stop Emily made: a cracked mirror, part of a soda fountain, a baby carriage, and a piece of wooden fence. Emily got taller and taller. When the driver looked out, he decided that Stan had collected enough. He drove on without making any more stops. "Whoa, not so fast," cried Stan. "You're passing all the best stuff." The driver shrugged his shoulders, stopped, and backed up. Stan saved a bridge lamp, a broken birdcage, an old awning, and a brass drum. "What a wonderful playpen!" cried Stan. "And did you ever see such lovely picture frames?" The driver could hardly see where he was going because of the pile on the front. Emily moved very slowly, swaying from side to side, as the cars honked behind her. The whole neighborhood was whistling and cheering. "All right, folks, help yourselves," Stan shouted. "Take what you like." There was a loud cheer. The garbage men shook Stan's hand and slapped him on the back. They had never seen anything like this. Some people took things right through their windows. Others on the sidewalk gathered around Emily, shouting, "Look at this! How wonderful! Just what I need! Just what I've always wanted!" After everyone had helped themselves, fathers went to work and mothers went back to the dishes. Boys and girls went off to school, eager to tell their friends all about Emily. The pile on the truck was all gone. The other garbage men told Stan how smart he was, and then they all climbed back on the truck. The only thing left was Emily's horseshoe. Emily's last stop was at the river. Here everything that had been collected and chewed up in the trucks was loaded onto barges. The boss garbage man walked over to Emily. "Where's your load, boys?" he asked. "We gave it all away," Stan answered happily. The boss gulped and almost swallowed his cigar. "You don't say," he exclaimed. Then he rubbed his chin and slowly said, "Well, no one ever did that before." That night, as the city slept, the tugboats chugged and whistled softly as they pulled the barges down the river. The trash and ashes they carried would be used to fill in swampland. Then parks and playgrounds would be built there. But Stan didn't hear the tugboats whistling as they pulled their heavy load. He was fast asleep, dreaming of all the useful things he would save and give away the next day. Stan was the happiest garbage man in the city. In the morning at the garage, Emily's crew changed into their work clothes. Everyone called Stan the sanitation department's Santa Claus. The driver started Emily's engine and a mechanic straightened her flower horseshoe. The men shouted goodbye and off they went to work. When they rounded the corner of the first street in their district, Stan took one look and gasped. There on the sidewalk, up and down the street, were all the things that he had given away the day before. The truck stopped and Stan got off. He walked slowly past the old bicycle, the baby carriage, the lamp, and the picture frames. When he got to the bed, he stopped. There was a note tacked to its side. It said, "Dear Garbage Man, I'm sorry, but the bed was older and more broken than we thought. You'd better give it to Emily. Thanks anyway. A friend." When Stan finished reading, he seemed ready to cry. But suddenly, a big smile brightened his face, and he began to drag the bed to the truck. "Start the chewer-upper, boys!" he shouted. "All this stuff will fill in lots and lots of swamps." The chewer-upper started, and Emily's horseshoe jiggled up and down. The driver leaned out and yelled, "Stan, you're a real garbage man now."